Hello, very good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and dear colleague. Thank you for allowing me to share my thought or my thinking about the current situation of higher education in our country as well as other countries in the world, and also for us here in this hall, because it's not particular only to Malaysia, to our university, but I think for all of us here. And then I would like to congratulate Dr. Son Chen. Congratulations, because this university, SIAS International University, developed from scratch by Dr. Son Chen within 15 years. Now you can see become a full-fledged university with beautiful campus and with innovative programs, academic programs, and able to attract students from all over the world. And I think this university will revolutionize education, higher education in China and also in other parts of the world. Now I would like to share my experience in our university. This is my picture with one of the Chinese students from mainland China. We have several hundred in our campus. Recently, we celebrated our anniversary, 44th anniversary, and this student make this tanglong, they call it tanglong or lantern, 44 years old of our universities. So I'm very proud to tell you that our university in QS ranking, we are number 19 for university under 50 in the world. But we have problem, and I think this problem not only to us but all of us, because tsunamis are coming and our universities could be wiped out due to the tsunami. First, we can see this one, a sharp rise in students who think university is poor value because they could not get a full-time job after graduation. Sometimes they have to wait for 1 year or 2 years to get full employment. And then also, based on the research, almost half of the students within 2 years did not demonstrate any significant improvement in learning. And then 36% after 4 years did not demonstrate any significant improvement in learning. So what is actually our offering? So to the parent who spend their money, a lot of money, this is for them useless. That means investment is not good return. The investment is not good return. So we have problem with this, the perception of the parent and the perception of the student. And also, traditional university lectures being consigned to history. We as a lecturer, we like to give lectures, but to the student, being a native, digital native, and we are actually digital immigrant, so there is mismatch between our student and the lecturers with us. So they think differently. They can surf internet, they can gain knowledge from everywhere, from the best professors in the world. And sometimes while we are giving lectures, they at the back open their smartphone and listen to another lecture given by a professor from Harvard, from Stanford, or from anywhere in the world. And as a result, you can see the student population is decreasing. This is in the UK. About 6% decreased, but at the same time, the number of staff is increasing. So this is, I can understand this. Should be less student, less staff, but now less student, more staff. So they have to increase the tuition fees to cover all the costs. So the student become burdened, and some of them refuse to go to university. And at the same time, our graduate, in the eyes of big corporation, is not compatible with their needs. So they establish or they develop their own university. They establish their own universities to produce talent for their own needs. So this is another problem for us, to them. For example, this one, POSTECH, Pohang University of Science and Technology, established in 1986 by POSCO, one of the world leading steel companies. Now this university become very good universities, top 100 in the world for the young universities, and then now all steel companies in Korea prefer to recruit their graduates rather than Seoul University or other universities, top universities in Korea. The same thing with Malaysia. We have University Technology Petronas, belong to Petronas, our national petroleum company in Malaysia. So all oil and gas company prefer to recruit graduate from this university rather than our university. And, so not only Petronas, but all the supplier, the consultant, or any company related to oil and gas. We have also MMU, Multimedia University, Multimedia University, belong to Telecom Malaysia, Telecom Malaysia. So all telcos based industry prefer to recruit their graduate rather than our graduates. And the same thing with University Tenaga Nasional, belong to our electrical board, and also this Defense University. All industry related to this, to energy, to electricity, and also to defense industries will recruit their graduate. In Indonesia, they have Indorama Engineering Polytechnic, established by a group of Japanese companies. So all Japanese companies prefer to recruit graduate from this polytechnic rather than top university in Indonesia. We have also disruptive innovation. It is like this, we used to see like this before, 10 years, 20 years ago. We can buy CDs to listen our preferred song. But now we can see this kind of store in our neighborhood because we have iTunes. So we can buy music from iTunes much cheaper and faster. We don't have to travel to buy the CD. The good thing, we can buy only 1 or 2 songs, our favorites, rather than last time you have to buy one album, a single album, which is much more expensive. And the same thing with digital camera. Since we have digital camera, the film industry now disrupted, and then some of them go bankrupt. So we have difficulty. If we want to buy film, we can't because all the camera now is digital camera. And according to Professor Clayton Christensen, actually he is the one who coined the word, disruptive innovation. So he said online education will disrupt our university. And, for example, this open and online university, because it is much cheaper, the offering is much cheaper, and the student can learn anywhere, anytime. They don't have to relocate themselves, working while studying, so they gain workplace experience during their study. Now you can see this one, Georgia Tech, one of the best engineering and technologies university in the US, offer MOOC, massive online open courses, and the fees only $6,600 US dollar. So this is actually very, very cheap to the US standard, and also for, I think, international standard, this is quite cheap. So you just imagine a student will choose a degree from Georgia Tech rather than our universities. And because of this, within 15 years, according to Professor Clayton Christensen, half of the university in the US will go bankrupt. So now actually you can buy a small university in the US quite cheap, so we can use that one for our own purposes. And now I used to hear people say online university, the quality is poor, it's not good, But now, because of the pedagogy of online teaching is getting better and better, uh, I think it's not true anymore. Because from my experience, we interview the graduate from open online university. Actually, they are very good. And because now, for example, the serious game, they use a lot of serious game. Actually, serious game, when I mentioned this one 3 years ago, people said, in that case, my daughter will get PhD just by playing a computer game. But actually, this is what happening now. Even the army use serious game or simulation. It's a simulation game before they go for combat. So you just imagine when army use serious game, that means the pedagogy must be very, very good, because they are talking about life and death, and they are talking about the nation pride. So now we have Tsunami and we have disruptive innovation. We cannot just ask for help from the government or from anybody else, because we will be wiped out if we are not ready. So some suggestion of me here, you have to be ready with this tsunami. So my suggestion is we have to optimize student learning experience and optimize utilization of technology. And our objective, not only to get employed graduate, but to produce future leaders and innovative entrepreneurs. Because in the future, the innovative entrepreneurs will propel our economy, and the future leaders will determine our destiny in the future. And we have to maximize our all learning channel, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and we have to look into the learning style of the student, learning pace, using technology, advanced technology. This is an example we implement in our university. We try to create learning experience, shaping the mind, building the character, using this flipped classroom, teaching method, peer instruction, work-based learning, innovative entrepreneurship courses, and of course the objective is to create leaders and innovative entrepreneurs. I don't want to talk about flipped classroom long, but basically something like this. Lecture deliver at the student home using online facilities, and when the student come to the class, we discuss about the project, solving problem, and so on and so forth. And also we can introduce work-based learning, only 25% in the classroom, 75% industrial workplace. And on lecture, we deliver online, and the assessment is authentic assessment rather than examination in the examination hall. Like doctors, when we want to assess them, let's say for treatment, to treat patient, we cannot test them on the examination hall, but we have to test them in the clinic. So the same thing is other program. We have to assess them using authentic assessment method. So now tsunami are coming. We must be ready. Thank you very much.